Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for July 29th, 2026. All right, commercial research analysts and business development leads, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and the executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review Cohort closes after this brief. 0 fresh solicitations. Pursuit Portfolio Realignment. That signal is what opened this session and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. Code GPS 26W4 at the-icon.ai capture. Now, let's read the board. So let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 0 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov. 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. Opportunity flow has been stagnant this past week, with 0 opportunities emerging in the data window. This isn't just a lull, it's a signal that the accessibility to federal markets is at a temporary standstill. When you think about BCL, Business Capture Lifecycle percentages, which also sit at 0, it's clear we're facing a bottleneck in the pipeline. The top postings field is equally barren, suggesting that even the usual breadcrumbs indicating future opportunities are absent. It's not just a quiet period, this is a shift in the market's rhythm. Analyzing the capture ticker, it's crucial to consider what this low activity implies. Accessibility versus raw volume is a balancing act that often tips in favor of one over the other. Right now, the board is hinting at accessibility being the primary hurdle. Managers who read this tape know that when opportunities dry up, it's often a chance to reassess strategy rather than scramble. The absence of new legislative or executive movements further supports the theory that the system is holding its breath. Commercial research analysts and business development leads should interpret this pause as a moment for strategic recalibration. With the capture terminal, it's easier to visualize where the previous flows were strong and where they may re-emerge. The key is understanding that this quiet phase might give way to sudden shifts, requiring readiness rather than complacency. The market often favors those who prepare during the stillness. Secondary signals provide a more nuanced picture amidst the overarching stagnation. Terrain holes, or gaps in market visibility, remain at 0, which in itself is intriguing. This suggests a market landscape that is well mapped, at least on the surface. But without hiring movements or lobbying clusters to disrupt the status quo, the market appears almost eerily stable. For commercial research analysts, this means there might be underlying mispricing opportunities that aren't immediately visible. Court opinions and lobbying efforts have also remained flat, indicating a lack of new regulatory or legislative drivers. This stability might tempt some to see the market as predictable, yet seasoned analysts will recognize it as a precursor to potential mispricing. When the usual catalysts for change are absent, the market can underestimate the value of existing positions or overestimate stability, providing room for strategic advantage. For business development leads, the combination of these signals suggests a time to focus on internal development and readiness. Smart portfolio moves right now involve preparing for potential shifts rather than chasing non-existent leads. The market rewards those who anticipate change, leveraging a deep understanding of current stasis to position themselves advantageously for when the terrain shifts once more. The commercial research and business development landscape is currently characterized by a recalibration phase with zero opportunities and agencies stalled, indicating a critical need for strategic realignment. Are we accurately interpreting federal demand signals to inform our commercial strategies? How can we leverage system theory to anticipate shifts and capitalize on emerging opportunities? What measures can we implement to mitigate the impact of terrain holes on our strategic objectives? Our conviction remains firm. By synthesizing our insights and maintaining a forward-looking approach, we can transform current challenges into future advantages. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review Cohort closes after this brief. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS26W4, communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite. 0.0 million records, 4 verticals ready, provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free, and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a quick note, you'll be disconnected in 5